So the Lord ministered this to me this morning, and I thought I would share it with you. So if any of you have Native American ancestry or blood, and that includes First Peoples, nations, even people here in Hawaii, people who go back generations and generations, especially in Indian tribes, and I think Polynesians kind of fit that in a way too. What the Lord began to show me is that you have a very, very special anointing. Indigenous people are very intrinsically linked to the land, but the problem lies, and I know it has been for me, in loving the land more than you love God. You just like land, and you have a passion for getting the land back to the right people, right? And the problem is sometimes the land kind of works on you and gets you to put the land first rather than God first. Now, the anointing is, though, on you and in you is to return the land to God's original purpose for it. And that's the real anointing. So you might examine, especially if you've had a real longing for land, ask God to kind of separate that out for you. But you do have an anointing on you to return the land, whatever land you're on, whatever land He calls you to walk on or whatever, to God's original purpose. And in fact, I heard this man speaking, and he is Native American. I think he's Osage Indian. He was talking about there was some sort of ceremony where the Native Americans would actually take these arrows and drive them into the ground, and arrows represent the next generations, and they would say, Lord, return this land back to your original purpose for it, and return it to our ancestors, or to our progeny, to the people that will do your purposes. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's like a prayer I pray all the time. And what was really interesting was this morning I was reading about when the king, I can't remember which king it was, came to Elisha, and he was dying, and he said, okay, take these arrows, shoot him out the window. He shot them, and he said, okay, take the remaining ones and beat them on the ground. And he beat it like 3 times. He said, you should have beat it 4 or 5 times. You would have beaten Aram, that many more times. But so I thought it was very significant. And one day God was kind of underlining to me arrows which speak of the next generation, our children, children's children, etc. So understand that if you have any sort of Native American or First Peoples lineage, you have a special anointing to return the land to God's original purpose for it, and for the progeny, and to return people to the land who will do God's purposes in it.